Workout of the day. Today's workout of the day with no equipment is 3 rounds for time of 16 back burpees, 16 V-ups, and 32 odd object jump overs. That is our no equipment version. For our limited equipment version, we have 16 odd object clusters, 16 toes to bar or V-ups, and 32 box jumps or odd object jump overs. For our full equipment version of the workout, we have 8 squat clean thrusters, 75 kilos for the guys, 50 kilos for the ladies for our RXD version, 16 toes to bar, and 32 box jumps, 24 inches for the guys and 20 inches for the ladies. There are 3 equipment versions of today's workout of the day. Let's now have a look at all of the movements and our scaling options. For today's movements, we have our 3 different options. For our no equipment version, for movement number 1, we have a back burpee. For movement number 1, for limited equipment, we have an odd object cluster, and I'm going to use the disinfectant bottle for my odd object today, and that's 16 reps. And then for the full equipment version, we have a barbell cluster, and that's going to be 75 kilos for the guys, 50 kilos for the ladies, or something that you could do 8 reps in a row, but difficult. Let's have a look at those 3 movements for movement number 1. First one, the back burpee. With the back burpee, we start with the feet under the hips. We then squat down, roll onto the back, jump up without the use of the hands. In order to make that movement a little bit easier, or to scale the movement, we can lay back, use your hands to then assist you to prop up and then jump up off the ground. As long as your back completely gets in contact with the ground, and then you jump up to full extension with the feet off the ground at the top of the movement. That is our back burpee. For our limited equipment version, today I'm going to use a bottle of disinfectant. Now I'm going to use this as a 2-hand cluster, and I'll show you the option as a 1-hand cluster. If you're going to use 1-hand cluster, you must do the same amount of reps on one arm as you do on the opposite arm. So if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, doesn't mean you need to do all 8 on one arm, then all 8 on the other. You can break it up however you want, as long as you get 8 done on each arm. So with the cluster, starts from the ground, we're going to pick it up, squat and press. Touches the ground, jump, squat and press. That's 2 reps. For one arm, touches the ground, jump, squat and press. Touches the ground, jump, squat and press. Again, if you're doing the single arm version, whether it's a bottle of disinfectant or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, no matter what you're using, you do 8 on one arm and 8 on the other, break it up however you wish. The final movement is our barbell option. So as I said, it's 75 kilos for the guys, 50 kilos for the ladies, or something you believe you could do 8 in a row, not touch and go, but 8 in a row without stopping. For the barbell cluster or squat clean thruster, we start with our feet under our hips. Hands are on the outside of our shoulders. We set with our shoulders over the bar. So from the ground, we jump and do a full squat clean, hip crease below the knee, drive and press out to full extension at the knees, hips and elbows with the bar over the heels. Must be done in one fluent movement. That is the first movement for today's workout. Movement number 2, we have the V-up or toes to bar or knee raises if you've got access to a pull-up bar. We've got 2 different options also for the V-up. We have a full V-up and then we have a partial V-up. So with a full V-up, arms extended, legs extended. From there, we're focusing on bracing through the belly and balancing on the hips and touching our toes with straight arms and legs. So like this. Notice how my shoulder blades come up off the ground as well as my hips, as well as my legs. And I touch my toes over the height of my hips. If that is too difficult, then what we're going to do is we're going to balance. So we make a shelf with our shins, From there, we're going to touch the ground above our head, come out and touch the outside of the shoes. There are 2 options for the no equipment version. 2 options for the equipment version if you've got access to a pull-up bar. First one, toes to bar, hands on the outside of the shoulders. Heels come behind the plane of the bar at the bottom. Both toes touch the bar at the same time at the top. Scaling for that is a hanging knee raise. Heels come behind the plane of the bar at the bottom, and we get the knees up nice and tall into the chest at the top of the movement. That is movement number 2 for today's workout of the day. Movement number 3, we have an odd object jump over for our no equipment version. You can use whatever you want for that odd object. All right, obviously the higher it is, the more difficult it is. You're going to start on one side of your odd object, 2 foot takeoff, 2 foot landing, clear completely over. That's 1 rep. So must get 2 feet takeoff at the same time, must clear over, so you're not allowed to jump around the obstacle, must jump completely over it, 2 foot landing on the other side. If you've got access to a box jump or something similar, and what I mean by something similar is something that is going to be sturdy enough for you to jump on and safe enough for you to jump on. Recommended height for the guys is 24 and for the ladies 20. 2 foot takeoff, 2 foot landing, stand up tall, show control on top. Knees and hips locked out with the chest up over the heels. You may step down or jump down, the decision is yours. You can scale the height as required. I want it to be something you believe you could keep going for the 32 reps. They are today's 3 movements and the scaling options for today's workout of the day.